Sal Leonetti's here with the hottest haircuts and styles of the fall season. Sal, it is so good to see you. We're talking about trendy haircuts, and it's been a while, hasn't it, since people maybe experimented with their hair?
It sure has, Tracy. It's nice to see you as well. And I'll tell you, September brings on that feeling of wanting to try something new, especially on the hair side of things. So I say not only try something new, maybe push the envelope a little bit and maybe try out one of these cool haircuts we're going to talk about right now.
Okay, that is a perfect segue into haircut number one, the wolf cut, which I am loving. I don't know if I would do it to myself, but I love seeing it on other people. Explain to us what the wolf cut is all about.
It's a fantastic haircut, originally made popular in Korea, and it just exploded on social media and TikTok, and it's a highly requested cut right now. And I'll tell you what I love about it. For starters, it's similar to that shag that we've been seeing throughout the spring and the summer, but it caters also to people who have finer hair and can't layer it as much as maybe one can with a shag or a mullet style cut. The wolf cut usually has bangs. It can be worn at any length, wash and wear, and it's just kind of tousle, rough, dry, and it's a great wash and wear option.
The next one is going to be really good for the curly girls out there. It's like a wavy, curly shag. Tell us about this one.
So this one's great because, and I'll tell you what I love about it most, is that it's a look that we've already been seeing throughout the spring, summer, and I love that it's kind of going to carry over into the fall, winter months as well. It's catered definitely for curly, wavy, thicker hair, because a shag allows you to layer the hair a lot more, because when you have that thicker hair and that curly hair, you want to lighten it up a bit more.
And if you're doing that curly, wavy shag, are we talking high maintenance or are we talking wash and go?
Wash and go. I mean, especially with that look there, because again, it's accentuated in the layering. The shape and silhouette is the beauty of that style. So wash and wear. If, you know, in the colder months, you might want to diffuse it dry. You might want to break out that curling iron to really pump it up and give it that extra sort of finish. But it's still a low maintenance cut. And again, very highly requested right now.
Okay, well, how low maintenance is our next trend? A buzz cut. It looks phenomenal. It screams confidence. I think it looks so good.
Yes.
I've done it before in the past, and I wish I had pictures to show us, but talk to us about the buzz cut.
Well, again, if it doesn't get easier than this, right? But I mean, it just speaks loads when it comes to confidence, someone who's extremely fashion forward, and also a great little reset for your hair, right? So I'm loving that it's in, I'm loving that it's trendy, and it's nice to see it making its way around North America. We've seen the short crop in different parts of the world, women wearing it, and I love that we're seeing it here. I love that, like I was saying, that whole reset feel, you know, whether it's hair that's been processed or even just like overgrown pandemic length that you really just want to change it up and push that envelope and give yourself an opportunity to kind of start over and also change your whole look and maybe even bump up the accessories and the makeup, and there's just an abundance of room to be creative with it.
French bob is your last trend that we're going to talk about today. Walk us through this one.
Yes. So the French bob is great. It's a classic cut. It's a cut that we've seen over the years, and there's a couple things that have stayed the same and then other things that have changed. So for starters, the length is always sitting around the jaw length. Okay, you could have it with bangs or without, but what has changed with this cut throughout different eras that it's made its way around is how it's styled. We've seen it styled with gel, wet to dry looks, but now we're seeing it styled with this cool texture feel, almost even dry, little bit disheveled, but still a lot of beauty in the shape of the cut.
As we talk about these styles, we thought, let's talk about styles that have worked for us and styles that have not, because we've all been through situations where we maybe did something drastic and we regretted it. So T, we've talked about this one before. Was there ever a time that you got your hair done in a way, maybe a haircut, it was fairly drastic, and then you look back on it and you're like, oh no?
Yes.
Yes.
At a time, I was going through a lot of stress and my hair started to break. So there was no other solution to it other than to just cut it all off. So I cut it really short, and Halle Berry, I did not look like. I did not. I was not. It didn't work for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I also felt the need to really amp up the makeup.
Yeah.
Put on a lot of eyeshadow, like you were saying earlier, hoop earrings. I think I felt like I overdid it.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because I noticed people treated me different, and different men were attracted to me when I had a short pixie cut.
You're right.
Like it was a very different vibe.
Oh my God, I think you look adorable with it. Okay, Sal, you sent us a picture of you in a hat. Do tell, what is the story behind this?
Well, the story about that hat, which was my best friend for months, was because I decided to relax my hair once, okay? Follow me here. I decided to, now I had some big curls in my hair, and I'm a hairstylist, so, you know, we never make mistakes with product, right? So I decided to put a relaxer through. The recommended time was 7 minutes. I kept it for 12, okay? I thought it looked a bit funky when I left to go home that day. So I went, I played soccer, and about halfway through the game, people were looking at me like I aged about 30 years within that 20 minutes because my hair was falling out.
Oh, no.
From the root, by the way.
Oh, Sal, what a tough way to learn. Stay away from the relaxer. Listen, we've all been there, and I love it. I was the only one out of all of us. I loved my short haircut. Here's a picture of it, so we had a great time with that. Thank you, T. Thank you to Sal. You've served up some major hair inspo for us.